Welcome to Farming Aid.
Drought is no longer a future problem. It is a right-now problem. Across the world, farmers and backyard keepers are watching water get more expensive, summers get hotter, and traditional chicken breeds struggle to cope. In 2026, raising poultry is not just about getting eggs anymore. It is about choosing birds that can survive, produce, and stay healthy when conditions get tough. That is exactly why we ran a real-world test on 5 drought-resistant chicken breeds to see which ones truly belong in the future of farming. We did not rely on theory, marketing, or old farm stories. We put these chickens into dry, hot, low-resource conditions and watched what actually happened. Which birds kept laying when the heat peaked? Which ones needed the least water? Which ones foraged like pros when grass was gone and bugs were scarce? And most importantly, which breed proved it could handle 2026 and beyond? By the end of this video, you will know which chicken breed came out on top, why it won, and how you can use this information to build a stronger, smarter, drought-proof flock of your own. Let's get into it. One of the first breeds we tested was the Fayoumi chicken, a bird with ancient roots in Egypt. The Fayoumi is famous for thriving in some of the harshest environments on Earth. These birds did not just tolerate heat, they seemed energized by it. While other chickens slowed down under the sun, the Fayoumis kept moving, scratching, and exploring. Their tight feathering and lean bodies made them efficient at cooling themselves. They drank less water than most of the other breeds and still maintained steady egg production. The eggs were smaller, but the consistency was impressive. Even in dry conditions where pasture was thin and insects were scarce, the Fayoumi birds found ways to feed themselves. Their survival instincts are strong, and their alert nature made them excellent at avoiding stress and predators. However, they were not very calm around people, and for farmers wanting friendly, easy-handling birds, the Fayoumi personality might feel a little too wild. Next came the Leghorn, one of the most famous egg-laying breeds in the world. The Leghorn is often associated with large commercial farms, but its original Mediterranean heritage gives it a natural edge in dry, hot climates. These birds have large combs that act like radiators, releasing body heat efficiently. In the field, the Leghorns handled extreme temperatures with surprising ease. They stayed active when other breeds sought shade and stopped foraging. Their water consumption was moderate, and they did not show signs of heat stress even on the hottest afternoons. Egg production remained high, with clean, strong-shelled white eggs appearing regularly. The Leghorns were efficient converters of feed into eggs, which is critical when feed costs rise during drought years. Their downside was temperament. They are flighty, nervous birds, not ideal for backyard keepers with children or limited space. But in terms of pure performance under drought pressure, they stood out as elite producers. Then we tested the naked neck chicken, also known as the tekin. At first glance, these birds look strange, with their bare, featherless necks and reduced feather coverage overall. But that odd appearance hides a brilliant evolutionary advantage. Less feathers means less heat trapped against the body. In drought conditions, the naked neck stayed cooler than almost any other breed. They panted less, drank less, and remained active longer in direct sunlight. Their foraging behavior was strong, and they were surprisingly efficient at finding food even when vegetation was sparse. Egg production was solid, and the birds maintained good body condition with minimal supplementation. They were also calm, friendly, and easy to manage. The only real drawback was market perception. Some consumers and farmers still judge chickens by looks, and the naked neck's unusual appearance can limit its appeal. But in terms of drought survival and productivity, these birds were clearly built for the future. The next breed in our trial was the Australorp. Known worldwide as an egg-laying powerhouse, the Australorp originates from Australia, a country that knows drought better than most. These birds were calm, steady, and surprisingly adaptable. In high heat, they did slow down more than the Leghorns or Fayoumis, but they did not collapse into stress. They sought shade intelligently and conserved energy without completely shutting down. Water intake was moderate, and they handled restricted watering schedules better than expected. Egg production stayed consistent, though slightly reduced during peak heat periods. The Australorp's real strength was balance. They were not extreme specialists like the Fayoumi, but they offered reliability, good temperament, and dependable output. For farmers who want drought resistance without sacrificing docility and family friendliness, the Australorp remained a strong contender. Finally, we brought in the Rhode Island Red, one of the most popular dual-purpose chickens in the world. The Rhode Island Red is famous for toughness and adaptability. In our drought testing, they proved they deserved that reputation. These birds handled heat better than many people expect. Their dense feathers did not seem to trap as much heat as predicted, and they adjusted their activity patterns naturally. They foraged early in the morning and late in the evening, avoiding peak sun. Water consumption was moderate, and they did not show panic behavior when water access was limited. Egg production dipped slightly during extreme heat, but not dramatically. What stood out was their mental resilience. The Rhode Island Reds did not get easily stressed, did not fight excessively, and maintained strong flock stability even when conditions were rough. Their combination of productivity, calmness, and survival instincts made them one of the most practical drought-ready breeds for real-world farms. As the months passed and the data piled up, patterns became clear. Each of these 5 breeds brought something valuable to the table. The Fayoumi delivered unmatched survival instincts and foraging efficiency. The Leghorn dominated in raw egg output under heat stress. The naked neck showed incredible heat tolerance and low water demand. The Australorp offered balanced performance with good temperament. The Rhode Island Red delivered consistency and mental toughness. But only one breed truly stood out as the overall winner for 2026. The winner is the naked neck chicken. What pushed the naked neck to the top was not just one trait, but the way all its strengths worked together. These birds stayed cooler with less effort. They drank less water without sacrificing health. They foraged aggressively even when the land looked empty. They kept laying eggs when other breeds slowed down. And they stayed calm and manageable throughout the entire test. In a future where water will be more expensive and heat will be more intense, efficiency will matter more than tradition or looks. The naked neck is not a trendy breed, and it does not have the glamorous image of some heritage chickens, but in a drought-driven world, practicality beats appearance every time. What this test really showed us is that the future of poultry farming will belong to birds that waste nothing. Not water. Not energy. Not feed. Drought-resistant chickens are not just about survival anymore. They are about sustainability, profit, and food security. As we move into 2026 and beyond, the farms that thrive will be the ones that choose animals built for the climate we actually live in, not the climate we wish we had. If you are raising chickens in a dry region, or if you are planning your flock for the future, it is time to think differently. Heat tolerance, water efficiency, and foraging intelligence are no longer optional traits. They are the foundation of modern farming. And based on everything we tested, the naked neck chicken is leading that future. So after months of heat, dust, limited water, and real farm pressure, the results are clear. Drought is changing the rules of poultry keeping, and only the smartest, toughest birds are going to thrive in the years ahead. Every breed we tested had strengths, but only one proved it could handle extreme conditions without burning extra resources or losing productivity. The naked neck chicken showed us what the future looks like. It stayed cool when others struggled, used less water, foraged harder, and kept producing when the environment pushed back. In a world where every drop of water and every handful of feed counts, that kind of efficiency is powerful. If you are serious about raising chickens in hot or dry regions, now is the time to rethink your flock. Choose birds built for the climate you actually live in, not the one you used to have. The right breed can mean the difference between surviving and thriving. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's building a future-ready farm. We've got more real tests and real results coming your way.